Hi everyone, Mint Morris here. Welcome to my next lesson in my Reggie Young series. In this lesson, we're going to take a look at some ideas that I've incorporated from his solo on George Strait's tune, The Fireman. If you would like to learn this solo, please check out the playlist link in the description below. It will have the video where I break down that solo, as well as a link to the transcription pack. You can purchase it, and it includes the PDF in tab and standard notation with correct fingerings and chords for Reggie's solo on The Fireman, Waylon Jennings' Lucille, and Merle Haggard's I Think I'll Just Stay Here and Drink. And I'll be covering ideas from all of those solos over the next few weeks. So in this lesson, I would like to take a look at some of the cascading ideas that Reggie incorporates in the Fireman solo and how we can incorporate it into our own playing, and share with you a lick that I use quite frequently in my playing. So this idea is going to be over the D7 chord. We're basically going to be playing a D7 scale, but incorporating as many open strings as we can. So to play the lick for you first, it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so to break this down, what I'm playing is a D7 chord starting on the third, the F sharp, and I'm playing F sharp, pull off to E, then picking D, and then picking up on the open E. So getting that E open string to ring throughout. And then I'm playing the same kind of idea and pattern on C, pull off to B, pick A, pull open B. So I have. And then I'm going to come down to A and play the same kind of idea. A, G, F sharp, G. And then to E, E, D, C, D. So to put those two kind of groupings together. Second grouping. Then my last grouping is going to be B, pull off to A, G, A, and then resolve to F sharp, or I could resolve up to the D. So all together, you get slowly. Or for the chord. So that's just kind of an idea of just moving down the scale. So I don't have to play all of that in my solo. I could just play parts of it, or I could vary it rhythmically where I'm not going to be able to fit it all in within the time. But it's still a good kind of a lick where you can just grab as much or as little as you want, because it expands and goes across so many different string sets and 2 octaves. So if I'm playing kind of a variation on it, I'll do it in groups of 3. I'll go F sharp, E, D, then C, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, G, F sharp. So full speed, I would go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's kind of another idea. So if I was going to kind of incorporate that into the solo for Fireman, what I like to do when I'm learning solos is play kind of riffs off of the original solo to kind of incorporate his ideas and get in his head as best as I can, and kind of remove myself from that. So to kind of stick around with the opening theme, I might go. So just kind of freely moving through that. I can try another one kind of using some of the same ideas. same. And maybe in that one you could see where I wasn't playing the full lick, I was just playing part of it. And this is something that I've found whenever I'm learning licks, again, to understand the concept, to understand the sound that the person's employing, you don't have to play the full thing. You can just grab a chunk of it, especially if it's a longer lick. And I've noticed that I get a little more mileage out of those ideas and kind of see different ways of incorporating it. So that's something I would do in terms of just playing around with those ideas. I would also put them in other rhythmic contexts. So if I was playing like a classic country shuffle, for example, like a Merle Haggard, maybe something where it's like a D, I might use that open string idea over that, but keep it as like something intense, right? To build the intensity of my solo. So I might start off going. So you can see in a solo like that, I'm trying to stick within that classic country vein of Roy Nichols, Roy Buchanan, James Burton, Retta Volkart, but also when I can, I'm building the solo, my first kind of chorus through it, I'm classic country, and then I drop in that kind of Reggie Young idea, right? And I kind of preserve it in its original form, right? Where I'm trying to keep it as something intense, something as cascading, to build that solo into something else. So this is a kind of an example of when we can take that original idea that's kind of more in a rock beat, kind of country style, and then incorporate it into other rhythmic contexts to build and carry over that intensity it is in the original context to a new context. So whenever you're working on these ideas, kind of do it in kind of a tiered system, right? Learn the solo, start embellishing what's already in the solo, maybe break down it and learn and create your own lick from kind of the source material they're giving you, and then put it back into the original context, and then put it into a new context, specifically a new rhythmic context. So try those things out, and then we'll look at some more Reggie Young ideas in the following lessons. Thank you.